Educator and counselor Dr. Gladys Smith has been practicing yoga for over 14 years. As a sexual assault advocate at Webster University, Dr. Smith strongly believed in the importance of self-care through the 5,000-year-old tradition.
So incorporating yoga into trauma-focused counseling and addiction counseling, for me it just kind of happened haphazardly, and it's been around for a while, and so I would always try relaxation with individuals because I work with the addiction population first, and from working with the addiction population, most of the individuals were traumatized to some degree. So that's how I ended up being a trauma specialist and working with traumas, first working with addiction.
Prior to Webster, Dr. Smith served in the United States Navy as a medic and counselor. While in the Philippines, she was introduced to the practice of yoga, which eventually led her to trauma yoga.
Recently I took a course, it's called Warriors at Ease, and it's a program that's designed to work with military members who have PTSD, and now I'm actually in a training class to work with military sexual trauma survivors. So it's an ongoing process, ongoing learning, so even if you know yoga, you might not know trauma-focused yoga.
Dr. Smith said that doing certain yoga poses may trigger unpleasant reactions, especially if the person is a sexual assault survivor.
You might not have them in downward dog. They might not be comfortable with that. So you have to be mindful of positions of the class, comfort of the class, safety in the class. People might not be comfortable next to people. So you have to make sure that you understand the class. You may not consider a lot of those things. You may consider the individual, but in a specific trauma-focused class, you go a little bit slower. You may incorporate things like poems. You may incorporate different things. So the classes that I've taken have helped me honor that. And the first thing is safety, making the environment safe, making the person feel comfortable, and then knowing how to handle abreactions if they occur, and that's just a reaction that could be triggered by something that happened in a class or a position or something. So it's really important that if you're just doing the therapy, that's not going to work. You have to include the body, and research has proven that so much over and over. The lady who I'm following and read a lot of work is Babette Rothschild, and she talks about the encapsulation of trauma in our body in different parts, and once you start to move the body, you start to get better. Yoga has this thing, it's called ahima, being kind to yourself, and you recognize your body as an integral part of who you are. And then you become whole.
For the Webster Journal, this is Khadija Al-Zajali.